Emerald, or at least the Matheson outfits, love their redeploy. They love that as a way of basically holding territory and winning matches. This map is very much in their favor now. You know, they can just basically move large forces around, kick people off the point, and go do it again.
So, Connery TR, right? I'm guessing 00TR is
that is recursion.
Yes. And BELA?
BEL what?
Alpha. Bella. I'm assuming they're not Twilight fans.
No, Bella Maternus, that would be Bade.
Thank you very much. Just curious, those are the two outfits from Connery that are attempting to keep the tech plant. And they did extremely good job at repelling. So, Emerald's coming back, attempt number 2, bringing some maxes of infantry. One thing I'm actually surprised at... Oh, the vehicle terminals are dead. That was exceptionally good work by Connery, because normally what you do is you pull asunder and you park it over the tunnel. I mean, that's hilarious. Alright, here comes the Emerald Force up the jump pads, which we'll talk about in a second. Good grenades going off by the Connery forces, preventing really Emerald from getting any traction. They're killing off the maxes almost instantly. That's really good work there. So in the latest patch, they fixed or tweaked whatever the jump pads, so you can no longer do what's termed as the MLG jump, which is quite disappointing. You can actually run into the jump pads and land on the top balcony if you control yourself properly. That doesn't happen anymore. You can't make it that far. It made me very sad. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Or if you moved on.
However, okay, here we go. This is the real push. Connery has got the double doors and the balcony, weak balcony, but there's a very large max push this time from the Emerald forces coming in, and this is the big push. If this doesn't want to happen, it's going to be a big waste of resources. So, Emerald, same jump pads, same point. I don't see as many explosives. Oh, that's a lot of Connery on the balcony waiting for them. The thing is, the Emerald force is coming from the same place. It looks like it's ARC and Hay and Vax. I'm afraid I don't know the outfit tags.
That would be Black Arrows and Haya.
Okay, so just by sheer perseverance, they brute forced their way, even with all the deaths. Oh, and there's a very large pool on the balcony as well, incoming. So it looks like Connery has lost the capture point and lost the double balcony. They've still got double doors, but it's just, there's such a huge recall now from the Emerald Force, and this is what we're saying of the tech plant, how it's so hard to take. It's a 7-minute base capture. You repel the first wave, the second wave, then they just pull more people and they beat you with the third wave.
The same similar type of outfits from Connery are currently doing a point hold at a Raxcom network hub. It's 10 seconds left, and it looks like Emerald is going to let this fall. There's barely been a fight here. There were some harassers that blew up their Sunder. I didn't, unfortunately, get the tag from that. This is Dread Legion and 56 Recon people that I saw.
Right. Well, the person with the top kills, I think, has got 43. We need to figure out how that is. We'll watch as it goes in the first 25 minutes. It must be an air person, perhaps. And the kill board, we have Connery is trailing around 1750 kills, but Emerald is above the 2000 marker already.
Barrack Electrical Station just capped in Connery's favor. So it looks like their losses that they took in that frantic first 10 minutes of this match, they are slowly starting to crawl their way back. It's not an enviable position, but they do seem to be maybe at least trying to get this match back to even again.
It looks like the Connery force has actually destroyed the SCU of the tech plant. So the timer had progressed sufficiently far enough that they got the SCU down, but the SCU shields are back up. They've got one medic inside. This is my SCU, and I am defending it. TR-87, I think. So, anyway, it is now up to whether or not Emerald gets spawned, because the vehicle pads are dead. Oh no, they are pulling, and they've got Magares, and they do have Sunders coming in from the west side. And yes, just the proper spawns. So, I mean, the Emerald has got the capture point. They've got themselves some Sunder spawns, and while it's good for the Connery force that they've got at least one vehicle terminal hacked, there's not enough vehicles, and I don't think there's enough people. No, they're underpopped 45 to 55 at least on this base.
The mountain battle is still going here. Connery managed to get themselves back Raven's Landing, only to have a Emerald force come right back.
Go have a look at that. Well, it looks like the tech plant has been cleaned up by Emerald, more or less. Oh, I just saw it, Valkyrie! There's a Valkyrie!
Airborne target identified.
We'll follow him for a few seconds. What's he got on board? Is he using the video laser guided missile? No, he's using the rocket pods. Wow. And that was the end of the Valkyrie. There we go. So
Connery
we're at range landing.
To get Barrack Electrical, but they have not yet started. Oh, I'm sorry. Just as I said that, they are now trying to push to Airmac Chemical Corps or Company, and that lane right there is probably their best bet as far as territory goes. They have only small single cap point bases all the way to Wilco Camp Station. I wonder if we're going to see them maybe move some of their forces down that way.
This is low and heavy assault on the roof of Raven's Landing, and he is totally surrounded underneath them. Oh, behind you! Behind you! Ah, he just got shot. He got pistol whipped, no less, by the Emerald Heavy that dropped in behind him. There's so many maxes in the capture point. With 1 minute and 40 to go, Connery is going to need a really large pool of forces to take this back. I mean, I think we see the Air Force has turned up. I don't know if that was a yes, Galaxy drop. Big Galaxy drop. But there's no maxes. How are they going to kill off all of Emerald's maxes? I mean, okay, well this is foolish by Emerald's maxes in my opinion. They're coming outside the reach of engineer support and getting themselves picked off in such a place that they can't get easily rest. But the thing is, the Connery force can't hold the balcony, and looks like Emerald is going to get themselves some reses up. Oh, I tell her, res grenades are going on all over the place. I don't think Connery's got enough numbers though. Oh well, it's hard to say. The maxes are up and there's a couple of stragglers. It's very close. With the res grenades going off all the time, there's so many dead bodies, it's impossible to say who's got the advantage, but the Air Force at the moment is definitely in Connery's favour. Such the point, actually, you know what the issue is? Connery has taken out all the spawns. That's very, very smart. So now Emerald is going to be wiped off. And I think that was Goku from Emerald that's been wiped off, among perhaps one or two other outfits.
Emerald is also doing a very nice little point hold here at Sungray Power Hub. It's last I looked, an even pop fight. I see from Connery it's Pink and some other outfits. I'm still trying to get a read on a Emerald tag here. I haven't managed to get it yet, but there's again very few maxes. I'm really shocked at the lack of maxes. It's usually the exact opposite of what we see in Server Smash.
And we're here as well. The last 18 seconds looks like the Connery force is pushed in. A lot of dead bodies. I think they're out of res grenades, that being the Emerald force. And they've cleaned up. And you're right, about 3 or 4 maxes. Now it's easy if you own the base because you can just spawn from the terminal. But yeah, I mean, they pushed it off, and that was with about, good 10 seconds to go. So I mean, that was close. Looks like the Connery force is trying to counter push on NC Arsenal, and small attack going on Araxicom.
I'm heading down south again to take a look.
Lithcorp was being attacked by Connery, but now it's been saved by Emerald. The attack on the Tombs cargo facility has been pushed off, and the main fight is now going on at Tombs cargo facility, which is what we're going to go check out. I saw a Valkyrie. Hold on. That's the second Valkyrie of the day. Why am I following the Valkyrie? Because I inserted like 14,000 certs into it, and I just kind of want to make this thing work. Oh, is he going for the capture point at Raven's at Lithcorp Central? Did anyone live? Oh, there he is. What are you going to do? One light assault. He picks off the Vanu Heavy. Oh, this is Sunder. No, he didn't even get a kill. That's a shame. They were trying to get off the Emerald Thunder, which is on the capture point. Deployed. That's a lot of Emerald. Okay, moving on.
If you didn't want to use the population graph to figure out where everyone was in this map, every time my observer cam flies past the big mountain, I drop to like 3 frames a second. I think that's where everyone is.
Emerald is trying to capture Tuma's cargo facility to safeguard their additional tech plant. On the capture point, trying to save, is Connery. And Connery's got their point, and they're saving their base, and they've got themselves set up on the central kind of raised plateau inside. Oh, where are you up to? So one Emerald heavy assault. He's got himself 1 kill. Where are you going? You're totally surrounded. Oh, and he's got triple quad kills. Oh, well, quad team, I should say.
I finally get to see a Emerald's, not a max crash. There's only 2 of them. They just managed to take back the B point here at NC Arsenal from. I actually don't know what that tag is. LF or LIFR. I don't know what outfit that is. I'm trying to see what the Emerald guys were here.
So I gotta say, now that we're about a quarter of the way into this game, right? I mean, if we bring up the stats.
Mano is with you.
I gotta say, from the stats, right, Emerald is significantly in the lead in terms of kills, and in terms of kills and deaths and whatnot, statistically speaking. But the scores, however, tell a different story. Connery is only on 48%, and Emerald is on 50%, the last 2% being the out-of-play base. So, the thing is, it looked at the beginning that Emerald was perhaps running away with the game, they were making a lot of good progress, but Connery's got themselves back into this.
I really want to ask at the end of the match something drastically changed, and I don't know if that was they had too many people in the air, or if they swapped their forces around, maybe they had the wrong people in the wrong spot. I also think that, they put a huge number of people into capturing the ascent, and lost a lot of territory, and maybe their intention was, we'll take it back later. It's a gamble to take.
Well, Connery looks like they're saved, but maybe not entirely cleaned up, but they have saved the Doom's cargo facility. We're having a quick look at the top outfits. Division seems to be performing the best at the moment, followed by the Biget outfits, with Recursion coming in third. Cope, then Bad Arrows, then DPSO, so you can see that on the stream. And the top weapon, surprise, surprise, the Orion, followed by the Terminus, and then the Needler. That's fascinating. T9 Carve is way down in 4th place.
The TR Connery look like they might be moments away from getting Air Max Chemical Core. That's a minute away, and though they're out-popped, I'm about to head down there and see if they can pull that point capture out.
Going down the south, behind the tech plant. Oh, the point's flipping.
Yeah.
What's the numbers at this base? Oh, they've only got a couple of people, and this is a big redeploy we can see in the minimap from the Emerald Force.
This is what I think Emerald is known for. It's certainly what Matherson was known for, and I'm fairly certain that this has become kind of their meta. It's, take the base down as long as you want. We're just going to come back with way more numbers. We know exactly how many people you have on the point. We're going to, out-pop you, kick you off, and go somewhere else and do the same thing.
It's number management. We don't need to go anywhere unless we absolutely have to go there. And that was that attack cleaned up. Raven's Landing again. I'll go over there. It looks like Emerald is having attempt number 5, if my number's slightly correct. They've got their main spawn scenario set up behind the ammo tower. It's the best place for cover. And they're pushing the point. How's the air game again? I mean, I know it's difficult to say, but so far, in terms of air-ground attack, I've only seen Connery. I haven't seen much kind of close air support for the Emerald forces.
I have to say, I have not seen any organized air force for Emerald. I mean, right now I'm over Araxcom Network Hub. There's a Liberator that's getting shot down. There's a couple of sites that I see that occasionally go in and mess with the Connery guys. Connery has an airball up. They've actually separated out now. They aren't all tightly wound like they usually are. I think Connery has the air domination here. The problem is they're not using it. They're not using it to help themselves. And we've seen this before facing one of these servers that merchant Emerald facing Matherson, where you can have air up, but if they have more people on the ground and can redeploy faster than you got to use that air to affect the ground somehow.
Right, and we saw that in the murder smash between, I believe it was Miller and Cobalt. No, not Miller and Cobalt, sorry, Miller and Woodman, where Miller had the air game, it felt, but they employed that air game quite devastatingly in Austin, using it to suppress any kind of attempts by Woodman on certain capture points. Wow, okay, you need to come up to Raven's Landing. That is a huge max push. I mean, they are serious about this. The numbers just went 50%, but that is a massive Terran Connery force. Just the sledge wall of maxes. Hey, we're coming to the point. Time to go.
The division just captured for Emerald Sungray West Gate, and it looked like that they were slightly on top of it. So again, now
Max Zerg
is under threat here.
It's a lot of grenades. I mean, there are huge casualties among the Connery TR Max Force, but they just keep coming. There's so many grenades, this is insane. Have they been stalled? It looks as if the... Oh wait, no, they're going on the ground floor. So Connery's got himself on the ground floor. 1 minute to go. It's an insane number of grenades and healing grenades and res grenades and AV grenades are going off. But it does look like, for all Emerald's extremely stalwart defense, NNG and PHXE, they've been wiped off the point. But that was an extremely, resilient defense. What can only be described as, wow, check this engineer out. Got himself an extra max kill. They put up a really good defense. I mean, there was so many maxes, so many resources input by Connery to get the capture point back.
I am at Araxicom Network Hub with under a minute to go, and I see some smattering of TR Connery poking their heads in here, but not enough to make a push to that point. This is someplace that... such
a large air force of the Ascent. You wonder why they're not using that air force to assist, or sorry, to kill off the spawns, or maybe there are no spawns at this base at Araxicom Network Hub. It looks like it's just one or two squads in the capture point.
And here, speaking of the air, here comes the air.
Okay, 30 seconds to go? That's extremely late. Here comes the first stragglers. With 20 seconds to go, though, I mean, Emerald could get this for free. Oh, that medic, big mistake, trying to res his man with a guy right on top of him. And that's Riot that's managed to come in, I think. And Accursion as well. And Co-op, if you know the tag names, maybe call it in stream, were the guys who were trying to take it, and they got really close.
Yeah, when I'm at a small base like that, I try not to show the tags of the enemies, thinking I might flip it. If there's 100 people in a base, it's probably not going to make a difference. But if there's one poor infiltrator, I want to spot him on the point. So.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
EXE and some other outfits are currently trying to take Sungray Westgate back here, although they seem to be.
Well, they've got the high ground. I mean, they've got the point. They probably don't have to worry about air bombardment or being bombarded through the windows. It's really just the ground floors. Oh, check this flank by this medic.
I have to say, from Emerald, the division is the guys I've seen hopping around the most. So here I am down at Sungray, or I'm at Sungray Westgate. I've seen them down in the south. I've seen them in the middle. This is what they love doing. They they hop all over the place.
So give us some internet radio, and we'll be right back. My Planetside client crashed, so I'm just logging back in now.
Okay. I am at Sungray West Gate, and the Emerald just managed to crash back in and wipe out the TR here and take the point back. That was the TR had gotten that cap about halfway. Looking at the rest of the map, the Emerald has managed to push all the way to Sungray Amp Station up in the north, and is okay. So Araxicom Network Hub has been saved right there. Raven's Landing has also been saved. I still don't see any major pushes from Connery anywhere. It looks like they need to find a place to go ahead and push. I'm going to head down to Tumas Cargo Facility, which is flipping in favor of Emerald right now. Still trying to secure their tech plant. Trying to avoid the mountains so that I don't lose frames and hang out over top of it every time I go past it. That happens. It's the base loads here. I can give you some updates on Cargo Facility. We finally see some air support to the ground.
Yep, we're back.
Emerald here. There is a scythe that was trying to hammer away at some maxes there. It did not go so well for that. That is Sexy is the outfit that was those maxes down there.
It looks like they're loitering around Bastion. but at least the Vanu Emerald Force.
I'm down at Tumas Cargo. That was where I saw the thing. Again, here, Tumas Cargo has a very nice raised platform. It's a little bit easier of a warehouse to defend from, because you have good firing lines if you're sitting on the point, and everyone who comes in basically has to walk through your firing squad. Connery's just pushed Maxes up onto the platform. Oh, it's just one Max. I thought he had friends behind him, unfortunately. That did not go so well for him. But they are slowly trying to push them off.
There's an interesting air standoff going on. It's Bastion versus the Ascent. Two air balls looking at each other ominously.
And it looks like TR Connery did finally manage to clean this up. This is Bella Maternist and Sexy, who just max crashed very methodically and cleaned the VS out. Again, some of these outfits for the VS don't seem to like using the maxes, and I'm wondering if maybe if they had a couple maxes up there, it might be keeping them on the point a little longer.
I think Terran Force has decided to move over the Bastion in terms of this air fight. Just follow this a little bit longer than we normally would, because usually we don't follow air fights that long. I think it's QQ and Breep and Goku, some libs.
So it'd be Cry, Goku, and I didn't hear what the other one was.
If they stop moving long enough, I'll tell you. No Nonsense Gamers and Lib.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's an interesting bug.
Just looking at the map here, and Araxicom Network Hub is falling to a slightly more populous VS force. There is a large fight that's going on at Barrack Electrical Station. It seems to be a significant number of TR have moved down there, and they're trying to move down that southern lane, south of Tumas Tech. They have not managed yet to get in a roll down there.
It's hard to say, but I think the Air Force, at least for the time being, no, maybe wrong, I'm just going to say it looked like Emerald's Air Force had slowly cleaned up Connery's. It looks like the fight is now moved over Araxicom Network Hub, and Emerald's Air is basically just keeping Connery's from, helping the ground forces.
Connery is... Connery was trying to take Sundray Westgate, but it looks like Emerald has shield broken behind them into... Or, no, I'm sorry, it's not an old Stalham station, it's a new Stalham station. Emerald had gal dropped a small group of people onto Sundray Amp Station, and were taking it. It was going down very quickly. It looks like there's enough people back here for Connery to mop that up, although it is taking quite a while. And there are galaxies incoming from, this is the division again from Emerald.
Where base you at?
I am at Sundray Amp Station right now.
I will come over after the fight of Araxicom Network Hub is over. There's a good counter push going on from Connery, trying to get the capture point back, but with 20 seconds to go, they have managed to get themselves up to the door, but there's just a lot of Emerald inside, and this base is flipping back and forth fairly consistently. I think Emerald's going to get it. There's just not enough Connery outside to force the issue. And that's Co-op. Do you know who Co-op is?
Co-op, I believe, is their actual outfit name, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, double check that. Either that or it's Cooperation. I have a sheet that I'm using as a cheat.
Mm-hmm. And the Emerald Force is just wiping off the last of the tier, and they've got themselves a Araxicom Network Hub again. Lithcorp Central's under contention, and so is Raven's Landing. It's a double way around.
Co-op is the cooperative.
So, we are at Lithcorp Central. The Connery Force is taking the long way up from the Sundra. It's a very long reinforcement time. 2 minutes and a half to go. Oh, check that max in the flank. lovely rocket by that heavy assault here. I mean, the Connery force on this ridge line, let's see who they are. TRG. TRG, right? So they are at holding the Alpha capture point at Lithcorp Central. They resisted a max push by Emerald, and they still have the point. They've got a long reinforcement runtime from their Sundra, so I mean, if they get wiped off once, it's almost game over considering the nature of the terrain, but they are holding on. If we're looking at population-wise, they have a slight pop advantage at 60-40 with 2.5 minutes to go, and Raven's Landing has been saved by the Connery force if we go by the populations and the movement of the counter. Sunder's still needs to be cleaned up. So I wonder if the Emerald force will leave Raven's Landing and come to Lithcorp to help assist the defense.
There is a force of Wybach, DPSO, and a couple other outfits that I can't see who are trying to hold Aramax Chemical Corporation, but it's not going so well. They're getting people onto the point that are slowing down their cap, and I just saw a bunch of Maxes get pulled. Oh yeah, here's another huge redeploy with Maxes from Emerald. We're going to track this here. This is at Aramax Chemical Company. This is not going to last very long. They just have too many people pushing through. These people don't have outfit tags, so I can't make a call out. Well, you know, I say that, but they all got C4'd to death. C4'd all the Maxes.
Oh, we need to see this. We'll come back to Lithcorp in a second. Oh, but the point's flipping now. Oh, it's a fairly exposed outside one. Number-wise, it's 50-50. It could go either way, you know, if the Max has been cleaned out. Capture point is still in the tier hands. 60 seconds to go. 60 seconds is a long time to hold this.
There's another max push coming in from the other side. Can you tell me who the DS outfits are here? I can't read their tags.
ARC.
Okay.
If I see anyone else, I'll mention.
30 seconds. Connery is doing a really good job of keeping them off the point. As I said, they had just faced 6 maxes. They all got C4.
Right, but you'll often find that the final, hate to use the term YOLO rush, usually comes in like the 15-10 second marker where there is no choice. You're not playing safe, you just go for the point, and that's happening right now.
Yep.
Right, where were we? We were at Lithcorp. Lithcorp is still going on! I can't believe it. So that's TRG.
Sungray Station. Sungray Station is about to cap in 30 seconds.
Sungray. Wow! That's a lot of things going on.
I'll head to Lithcorp.
I'm already here at Lithcorp. There's a lot of TR. I don't know if they've got reinforced, possibly reinforced from Raven's Landing.
The Connery seems really, really hot and bothered about the middle there, and they are doing this at the sacrifice of Sungray Amp Station. It's down to 20 seconds. They are taking C back right now. There's still a lot of people here at C. I don't actually know if their resecure is going to last. Still people rendering in.
Well, they got Lithcorp, and Mercs, M-E-R-X, was the dominant outfit. I'm going to fly over to Sungray.
Yeah, mercenaries. Okay, well, they Connery playing it by the skin of their teeth there. They did manage to come in, and they have C. They are